yeah.
Hey, what's going on, lovely people? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Huh?
Playing that ugly face music. You over there starting to show with that ugly face music on. I said,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ugly face music.
You already know.
Hey.
That's how it go, though, don't it? We gonna sip. We got a good show today.
Yeah, well, drinking some agitator juice.
Mm.
Oh, my gosh.
Is it made with elderberry? Huh?
What'd you say?
I said, is it made with elderberry?
Nah, it's caffeine.
Oh, okay. What you got, Nick? Water?
Water.
Water is good for the body. We already know. So what y'all do?
Especially after the night after.
Oh, okay. So
After what?
Gateway Clipper.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice wholesome fun.
Yes, nice wholesome fun.
Okay. Family show. It's a family show.
Of course. No, I went to I went on the Gateway Clipper last night and with my cousin and had a couple drinks and yeah.
Was it a dinner cruise or was it just a party cruise?
They're party cruise, but you know they have a menu all the time, so yeah.
I ain't been there in years. I gotta go. Hey, go sit down.
they do. They got a full menu at the Gateway Clipper.
They have a dinner cruise, but I didn't know the party cruise they were serving food.
Yeah. They changed the menu from what it used to be Mexican on Fridays, but now it's like Hawaiian, pineapple Hawaiian barbecue chicken, macaroni and cheese, salad, corn. It was good.
Oh, it's the real deal.
Yeah, the real deal.
We might have to make a shop talk trip up there.
They have the Halloween party too at the end of October.
Listen here. Y'all already know how I feel about cruises.
Yeah.
So I'll be on land. I'll be on land while you guys have a wonderful time having whatever it is that
It was like, you not gonna put me on no boat. I don't care if it's a river, the ocean, the lake.
you ain't doing it. I ain't getting on it. You getting on it. You getting on it. You do it.
Yeah.
If I host a cruise, y'all would do it?
Yeah.
Watch it. Let the people say.
Amen.
Well, you watch them.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna be like the Titanic. I'm gonna abandon the boat. I'm gonna abandon the boat.
You have your arms and your arms and your flotation device on all that.
I'm telling you, you gonna forget that you are afraid of cruises once you're on one. You gonna be like, oh, I was afraid of this.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
You get so.
Go ahead. I'm not.
Everything that's going on.
It's not even. I wouldn't even say fear. I would say I ain't doing it.
She just said, I ain't doing it.
I'm just not doing it. These little things is kind of heavy back here, but go ahead. There you go. That's better. I put it in my hood. I was like, I feel like I'm being pulled back.
Listen, we both wear hoodies today.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing that, but I would consider doing a cruise, but your girl gonna be on land like this.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna be on Gilligan's Island. I'll be over there.
Where the host at? We left her on land.
Y'all got it. Y'all can handle it. Look, y'all can definitely handle it. They be like surf and turf. I'm like turf. That's it. Call it a day. I'll be there kicking it afterwards. Let's got a great show for the lovely people. We got some hot topics to cover, which is really amazing. We know about Jaguar. You want to be telling everybody's business?
Yeah.
She actually spoke about, remember we were talking about Hakeem from Empire?
Yeah.
Well, Jaguar, I'm telling you where I heard it from. And I hope it ain't AI. I don't think it is. So she was saying that he had gotten,
Diddy with it.
yeah, he got Diddy with it.
That's where I got it from.
He got Diddy too?
No, he got jiggy with it. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't Diddy, it was Jiggy.
You got jiggy with it.
That's
wow.
right, the young boy. And she actually blamed his mom, which was really interesting. I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's what we doing. So I wanted to let y'all know that piece of info. I'm trying
the
to
price of freedom for these men. I mean, the price of stardom for these men, huh?
At whose expense, though? Would you really pimp your child? Would you really?
No.
Do you think?
No.
Do you think being
Parents
in the
need to go to jail.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say he didn't want to be a star.
Okay.
I mean, it's the sacrifice you made, which is sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. But I mean, I'm telling you, don't be a star. Or don't do anything. You know, am I a good parent for that? Or do I say, follow your dreams and be strong to yourself and be true? I ain't gonna be like, hey, little girl, come in this room with R. Kelly. I'm not saying that, but I mean, who knows what happened? I mean, I don't know. We don't know.
All right, well, let's go to Brian McKnight. You remember the people, y'all done canceled old Brian McKnight for him saying that he made his first set of children out of sin, and this child he was able to plan, and he knows what real love feels like. Now, as a parent of two sets of children, not me, I only got one.
I'm gonna say bird.
I only got one set. But I would think that would make your older children feel some type of way. And even though I get where he was saying as far as like made out of sin, okay, you weren't married to the mother and you wasn't expecting to have it. A lot of our stories, I don't want to say everybody, a lot of our stories are, oops, what happened? Like, oops, I'm pregnant. A lot of that happened, just having recreation cause procreation.
Yeah, recreational creations.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what he should have said. That's what he should have said. So, it's working out, exercise, however you want to look at it. But saying that and then having a new wife and a new family, they felt some type of way. So remember, they canceled him in August. He had that show. People were like, I'm not going to that concert, blah, 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 blah.
A lot of people can't.
Right, and done. Well, your boy has a podcast called Fatherhood, y'all. I think you want to listen. Don't sound like you gonna be listening much.
Send me that link. I might want to agitate.
You might want to agitate. Look, get them numbers up, right? All right. What's up with the fact that Janet Jackson is being hammered right now? They're bothering Janet.
What?
Because she said what she heard. She said, I heard Kamala wasn't black. Now,
everybody been saying that.
Now, everybody, they're upset. I mean, it got so far, even like The View was talking about it, and Whoopi was saying how people could change their words around and all that. She was being interviewed by The Guardian, and you know how they just throw questions out there and they ask. Mm-hmm. All she said was, I heard that she wasn't black. And everybody want to go ham. Now, here's my thing on that, my take on it. Sorry, guys. I just got to say this. Are we voting for people just because of the color of their skin? Or are we voting for the best candidate? Who's most qualified?
Well, here's something.
Obama got in because at first everybody voted for the color of his skin, at first. And then we saw that he was qualified. That's why he got that second term.
No, he was smooth. He was just smooth.
He was smooth with it, yeah.
Okay, so...
He was both. But... yeah, I mean, if you get the whole a corner on the market, you use it. I mean, if I'm black and all the blacks are gonna come out for me, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna end my sermon. I'm gonna be like, I'll throw a "y'all mean" in there, Sam Sands, to appease them. That's my culture base. I mean, it's just a smart move. And guess what? Last time she was Indian, she the closest thing to black. We gonna see her up that far. So I mean, hey.
That's an interesting take on that.
Her father is Jamaican.
Guess what? Obama's mom was what? And the dad was African. So, I mean, that's the closest thing we get. We ain't getting Flavor Flav black up in there. You ain't gonna get a Flavor Flav up in there. I'm blackity black, y'all. Come on, man.
No, not the Chris Rock.
No, we ain't getting that.
So is it safe to say that you both will vote for someone for the color of their skin?
I want to make sure they're qualified too, though, for real.
Listen,
this time around here.
I mean, no. You got to sing me a song or something. You got to free phone or something. You know, Trump being black, I still can't.
Did you say?
Talking, I can't follow him. If he was black, I would be like, oh, bro, I'm sorry, man.
Okay, so it sounds like the most qualified then. It sounds like okay, so it sounds like the consensus is similar. It's the most qualified.
Right.
Okay, so now both you guys voted for President Obama because he was black?
No.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, he was qualified, yes, but I definitely voted for him because he was black.
His pedigree, his education, everything was intact with him. He was qualified for the job. If he was a brain surgeon, he has the paperwork to say, hey, I'm a brain surgeon.
You don't even need that. You don't even need a freaking diploma.
Money and a lot of money. He ain't got I don't know if he got a GED, but yet, put bleach in you to kill COVID. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, like, really. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating people's pets.
You forgot. Look, I'm doing these quotations for the listening audience.
Right.
We don't want no drama. We don't want no smoke. But you know the Springfield is suing him.
Good.
Yeah. So that's there. Now, the Janet Jackson situation, that bothers me only because I really don't care what someone's race is. I need to vote for who's most qualified and whose views are closer to mine. That's how I vote according that way. That's how I vote. Now watch this. Isn't it interesting? And not with Janet. So let's push her to the side. Janet, Penny, Charlene, while y'all trying to dog her out. Push her to the side because that's just Janet Jackson. Under the radar, the whole nine. And then they're trying to find a reason as to why she said it, because her brother being, he's a Republican. Okay, why do we care who's Republican or Democratic? Or Democrat. But wait, and here's another thing. You're listening to Janet Jackson, which is okay. You think she's influential, but I thought they were Jehovah's Witness. They had a whole Christmas album. I was like, okay. And then Jehovah's Witness, to my understanding, they don't even vote anyway.
They don't, but I mean,
so
her Christmas album, I gave her a slack on it because that's her job. She was work.
When they were younger, they had. Remember, I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, the Jackson 5, and they were Jehovah's Witness. But it's their job. Okay. So go against whatever you believe so that you can get paid. Can we go back? Can we bring it back in?
Who's willing to throw the first stone on that one?
Not I. But guess what? But one thing I won't do, I will never jeopardize my integrity. Now, I'm not saying that with the Jacksons.
Because, I mean, they were singing, I sing Mama Kissing Santa Claus. She didn't catch him twerking on him and giving him the slob on his knob. That's the song today. Santa Claus got his knob slob.
That's whack.
So, I mean,
that's whack. But it talk about the age wars. It talk about today's topic, though.
There we go.
It talks about the age wars. What else was there? P. Diddy feeling some type of way of where he's at. He's saying this place is inhumane. Prison is inhumane. Like, it's inhumane for the average person. What's the problem?
Did he not think about that when he was diddling everybody? Like, he was going to catch up to you?
Well, he should still be comfortable. He's gonna be an asset.
Is anybody comfortable in prison?
No, ain't nobody comfortable.
Hey, if you got a hard bed and someone gives you a pillow, you're more comfortable than most would be. So him with his money, with
those green mats,
he got about 12 of them packed on each other. He got a pillow, and the whole pod is taken care of. Hey, leave me alone. Everybody's books is solid. Just leave me alone.
Well, you know he in there with the guy with the Bitcoin guy. Remember he got all the people free.
Wait, and fed?
Yeah.
Oh no, he comfortable. I ain't thinking about you, Puff. He doing fed time, man. He probably got pillows. He got, man, please, cable TV. Next topic.
I'm going to go with that because, man, hair is heavy. I'm going to take this out. Cornell said, why should he be comfortable? I wasn't comfortable. And what makes him different than me except money? Because here's
the money. That's what makes him different.
But listen, is it still the same where you only, I'm glad you asked that, Cornell. Is it still the same where you can only have so much money on your books? Is that still a thing?
You can only spend so much at a time.
Okay.
So, but I can say, put $5,000 on everybody's books here. In that, when they got $5,000, it'll take them 2 or 3 months to spend it.
Okay.
But everyone's comfortable. Everyone has their own.
Okay.
Change the whole economic system in there. But if he's in federal time, I don't even want to hear this. He's chilling.
Yeah, he wanted to go to the one, they be having golf course, they be having steak, they be having everything.
He got a door to his cell, which is an apartment. Man, get out of here. There ain't no walls. Women walking up, down. Man.
Yeah,
Wow.
That is a myth, though. A lot of people feel like after you're in there so long that you're automatically gay. That is a myth. And I always explain it as a city within a city. Have I been in jail? I've been in jail for 17 years, people.
Well,
working. I was able to go home. However, I was still incarcerated. Real talk. Because
you were in state. Federal?
No.
You did federal?
I did federal and state. Remember, I did both. I worked both jobs. I'm a 2-jobber.
Owe me some money. I know you got it.
But here's the thing. When you walk in as an employee, you're incarcerated. And your life depends on somebody else is controlling the doors, the gates. I used to be like, all right. When I used to come out, I'd be like, y'all already know. They'd be like, okay. Boom, hurry up. Boom, boom. They shut it and open it real fast. Because you are incarcerated as well. You get to go home. But it's a mindset. And that's why I tell people it's a city within a city. That's how I look at it as. It was like, okay, here we go.
When the zombies attack, that's the first place I'm going. Get a prison and lock it down. Prison, hospital, or airport. I'm going to prison. Or a boat.
Or boat.
Ship.
Are you going on the Gateway Clipper so you can eat dinner too while you out? While you looking at everybody on land? Why you looking at me on land?
I'd have to come back to land and restock. So I'm just going to go to prison for zombies attack.
All right, Bobby Brown situation. Bobby Brown, real quick. Bobby Brown's sister's coming out saying that he essayed his nieces. Alleged. I'm going to say alleged. But I saw her and her brother were sitting there. Talking about the Bobby Brown. Now, this wasn't said before. This goes back to Nick's clickbait that she got. Where she said what she said last week. So, before when he was with Whitney and everything, boom, he was taking care of his family. Remember that whole thing? And then he hit rock bottom. Well, he wasn't on crack, so not rock bottom, but bottom, okay? Then, now he has his new wife, which he knew before, who picked him back up, honestly. She's the one that nurtured him back and said, okay, here you go. Right. They have the little Bobby Browners, the baby Browners. Mm-hmm. And she's like, no, we're taking care of this family. She put in that work the whole 9. I'm not mad at her. And now the sister is there. The brother sitting on the side of him talking about he essayed her children.
Okay, when?
Exactly.
Allegedly, long time ago, way back.
So if it was okay until this point, let it ride. It should be okay. It wasn't a problem when you found out about it back then. If it wasn't a problem then, it shouldn't be a problem now.
It's not a problem now.
Not a problem now.
It should be. Yeah, because you should open about if that's what really happened.
My prerogative.
Exactly.
I'm still jamming.
I believe that.
Don't take my prerogative from me. Don't take my tenderoni. Is it tenderoni?
Yeah. Tenderoni.
Yeah. Don't take that from me. No. Hey, if you didn't report it when it happened, I don't want to hear it now. Next.
Allegedly, it was when he was younger.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. To keep myself safe. Here's what's interesting. Thank God I haven't been in that situation, but there are women who have been sexually assaulted. Mm-hmm. And they don't know how to tell anybody. And then they may come out a little later. We don't know. I don't know. I can't speak to that. It's just interesting to me that you go public and talk to a stranger. This is your brother. I get it after all these years, so I hear both sides. Instead of getting your children into counseling, I didn't hear that. Like, okay, maybe they can have he done took care of them the whole time, so I feel y'all. I done took care of you, and now all of a sudden my second wife is like, no, we're not doing this. Now you want to go and talk to some strangers and tell some other strangers, that would be us, that this happened instead of fixing the issue. So it does make me think about what Nick said.
I can ruin you, Mel. Remember that time when you was touching my toes? I'll touch them.
Not the toes.
No, baby, I'll be cracking and popping the mugs.
No, you was putting your fingers through them and greasing them. I felt uncomfortable, Mel. I'll tell everybody. Unless you buy my car.
I know nobody want no Chevette.
Listen, it's a classic. It's a classic. I still got the roll up windows.
You off the hook. All right, listen. We got a guest today, Miss Angie Davenport. She's going to talk about colitis and explain to the lovely people what that is. The medical term is, you know what? I'm going to let her do that. Let's get it started. I love y'all. We had a good time. Look, y'all just keep it one. Hello, Angie. How you doing?
Good morning.
Now, I want to let the lovely people know how I met you and how we were sitting there talking. Now, I'm trying to think back because I was trying to find your number for a minute. I was like, I got to find her number. Where is it at? That's why I sent you that message. And I was like, wait, it was on my phone the whole time. Then I was like, no, because the phone is connected to the inbox. So when you reached out and was telling me about your fundraiser that you're having, I was excited. I want to get that out the way.
Thank you.
Now, our conversation was a male conversation. We just had a shop talk with male conversation. And I had no idea that you had a colostomy. Now, let's bring it back and we'll talk about colitis. Inflammation of the intestines. I want to know, for the people, what was some of your symptoms, the signs that you had?
Actually, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis when I was pregnant with my son. At first, they thought it was like hemorrhoids or something associated to the pregnancy. And then after a while, I was diagnosed. I had severe diarrhea, very strong intestinal cramps, and mainly it was the uncontrollable urgency to go to the restroom with my bowels.
Okay. So when you say the urgency, so you could just be out and had to hurry up and run to the bathroom?
Yes. That's one of the main things with individuals suffering with Crohn's or colitis. You have to know where a restroom is immediately. And it can happen in an instant, unexpectedly. So it's very, very devastating dealing with colitis or Crohn's or any type of digestive system. Diverticulitis is another one because it just comes out of nowhere.
Now, this was after you gave birth?
No, actually, it was during my pregnancy. My surgery was the day before I had my son's first birthday. So during my pregnancy, I was suffering with ulcerative colitis. I gave birth, and then the following year, the day before he turned 1, I had to have my ostomy surgery. Doctors gave me 24 hours, and they performed the emergency surgery. And I never saw my son on his first birthday. I was in intensive care.
Oh, wow. Did you lose a lot of weight?
Yes. I was under 100 pounds. So you can imagine that with my height at that time. You lose a lot of weight. It's very, very painful dealing with colitis and Crohn's. And there's so many different other types of diseases that people, deal with that may require them to have an ostomy surgery, but those are some of the main ones. And another thing, I just wanted to make a quick correction. I have an ileostomy.
Ileostomy, okay.
Yep. Okay. A lot of people, when I say, have you ever heard of an ileostomy bag? They're like, no, I never heard of an ileostomy. And so, if I say colostomy bag, most people are familiar with the term colostomy bag. But there's 3 major types of ostomy bags. There's a colostomy bag, ileostomy bag, and a urostomy bag. And the urostomy bag is for those with urine issues.
Mm-hmm. And it's connected. Look, but I'm in that field, so I know. Look, I've actually had hands-on experience with that.
Okay.
But the listeners may not have, and that's why I really wanted you to come on and talk about it. Now, I remember we were sitting down and we were talking, and did I ask you, were you married? I did ask you, were you married before you had the ileostomy? And go ahead.
I was not married before. And that's why I try to tell a lot of individuals, a lot of single women, God has a plan for you, and He has a man for you also. I am so blessed. I will be celebrating 39 years with my wonderful husband, Bruce Davenport, and I've had my ileostomy for 42 years. He's been an amazing support system to me, living with my ostomy bag. And even now with me branching out, starting Blessed with the Bag, he's my number one supporter.
Now I have to ask you the questions that we all want to know. When I know exactly where it was at. I see you, Anita. I was like, wait, I remember right where it was at. I'm going to ask you the question that some people feel like, oh, don't ask those questions, but you already know how I rock and roll.
Yeah.
So how did you let him know that you had an ostomy? Like during the dating phase? Was that at the very beginning? Like, talk to the people.
Actually, Warren is such a small town, and word of mouth gets around. And his personality, he's had a family member that had an ostomy bag, and he was fully aware that I had an ostomy bag. And my bag was never, ever an issue for him. And I tell individuals, you will know, my circumstances are different than a lot of, individuals dating now. You will know when the right time to let them know, and don't have that fear. Because you will find someone that will love you with your bag. And that's why I started my nonprofit. I am so, so blessed with my bag.
Yes, you are. And unfortunately, there are some who get depressed, feel like I'm never going to be with anybody. Like, what do I say? There was a time where I went to dinner, and this is a colostomy. I'll share that story. I went to dinner, and I was at the table next to my friend who had a date, and it was the first time that they were meeting. So she was like, okay, you got to go, just sit at the other table, that type thing. She was like, I don't know. Well, I kept smelling the smell. And I'm talking colostomy. And I'm smelling the smell, and I was like, and it's familiar to me. Mm-hmm. It wasn't familiar to her. And she kept hearing this sound. Well, for those who are familiar with colostomies, like, oh, we know that's air. The whole nine, go burp it. Well, he burped it at the table. Now, so obviously she was like, and he's over there passing gas and blah, 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 blah. So then when I go to the bathroom, she happened to go to the bathroom. I was like, I think he has a colostomy. Well, here's what ended up happening. She couldn't take it and she left, but then he cursed her out for leaving. And she said it in a nice way. My thoughts were, just finish the dinner or pack your stuff up and then leave. What would you speak to that? What would you tell someone who is possibly wearing a colostomy bag and something like that happens and people not wanting to accept it?
What I would say is now a lot of people are not informed that there's deodorizers that you can use, and that is one of the main issues that ostomates have to deal with initially. I have met a young lady, Sky, up all the way in Cleveland, just to share with her some of the deodorizer, and that just made a big world of difference for her. They don't inform patients in the hospital that you can find different deodorizers. There's Safe and Simple deodorizers, there's Convatec, there's Harvester deodorizer, and I'm a strong fan for making sure you have that, because even for me early on, I did not have deodorizer, and you kind of withdraw from everyone. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to go over anyone's house because of the smell, and it's a very, very strong, unique smell. So I would encourage someone to make sure, before you start dating, that you have sufficient deodorizers, so if you do have a leak or something, it's not that obvious.
Okay, now let's speak to the depression side of it. Body image. That you see yourself, like if it's on us, we can see it ourselves. And other people don't have to know. You know what I mean? Honestly, if it's like covered the whole, unless you're like intimate, then okay. Can you speak to that person?
Yes. Actually, I had a call. I spoke to an ostomate this morning. She's from West Virginia. She's coming for Ostomy Awareness Weekend. And she said she was dealing with depression. And she said, I'm coming. You have helped me to get out of depression. Because I've learned that an ostomy is not so much the physical aspect, but it's the emotional and mental acceptance of what you're going through. And I went through depression early on. I was 22. I was single. I had my baby. So I was depressed because I didn't think no one would want me with this bag. And just learning how to accept it and accept myself. Most people know me from working at the bank or at Great Lakes Cheese. I always took pride in how I dress. And even now, a lot of people never knew while I was employed at the bank or my last employer at Great Lakes Cheese, they never knew I had an ostomy bag. And I didn't go public until 4 years ago. But I personally, once I accepted it as a gift of life to give me another opportunity to live and be with my son, I started dressing. And people know me as a dresser. And I hid behind that. And I encourage people. I post a lot of pictures on social media because I like to show other ostomates, you can try this style, you can wear this swimsuit, you can do this. And that's why I post a lot on social media, just to show others.
A swimsuit?
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. Talk to me.
Okay. Actually, 2 years ago was the first time I put on a two-piece swimsuit. I did my big reveal in Aruba. I went on a clear kayak. I had a professional photographer. I said, I want to do my big reveal of my bag. Because some of my friends, they were so comfortable showing their bags, modeling, doing whatever. And I'm like, I'm not there yet. So when I went to Aruba last year, I said, I'm going to do this. And on my social media page, I'm on a kayak. And I actually revealed my bag externally for the first time. And out in the middle of the ocean in Aruba. And it was such a freedom. Number one, I was scared to death of the ocean, but it was such a freedom to be able to relax. And so now I'm able to share with other ostomates, you can wear a two-piece swimsuit. You can have that confidence level. You can buy a different type of cover. You can just, I'm just trying to empower ostomates to live their best life as free as they want to be without the stigma, oh, I have this bag. I have to stay in the house. I have to wear big clothes.
Or I can't go swimming because in the swimming pool, let's keep it 100. If I seen somebody with ostomy or a colostomy getting in the swimming pool, I'm like, now I hope that clip good. You know what I mean? Or is it on there good? What do we have? Are there certain clips now that is actually, even though we know it's waterproof, and for the person who doesn't know, I'll say that, and I don't want to say ignorant, but the person who is unfamiliar with it, to let them know it'll be safe and all of the content is not going to just come out in the pool?
I think most of the products that are offered now by the main medical suppliers are pretty confident, for individuals to get in the pool. I recently had a young lady that I've been working with. I've been mentoring. I've been encouraging. I've been praying for her, praying with her. One of her biggest things was, I can't go swimming anymore. I'm like, girl, what you talk about? You can't go swimming. So I showed her different videos of other ostomates and swimsuits, and that was just a morale booster. You know, it just gave her a whole different sense of life. Oh, this is something I can do, because it was that negative stigma out there. I can't do this anymore. In June, I went to Michigan. I spoke about traveling with the ostomy bag. So many ostomates are afraid to travel. They're afraid to fly. They're afraid to go on cruises. I know you said you don't do cruises. That's my favorite. I love
going on a cruise.
So I just shared some real important tips on traveling with an ostomy bag. And it was about a group of 80 individuals there. And I was able to give them some confidence in maybe booking their first trip.
Very good. That's good to know.
Yes.
Because even with, and I don't want to pull it away from the ostomies, but even people that I know who had double mastectomies, and they feel some type of way, and they're the ones that see it. We don't even see it, but they see it, and they find themselves, a friend of mine, she found herself feeling some type of way. I said, that's in your mind, but I get it. I do get it, because it's a change. And also, like with diverticulitis, I know some of the ostomies are reversible.
Right.
And knowing that hers was reversible, she still felt some type of way. Mm-hmm. And she had her husband, but felt some type of way about having to have, the bag. But like you said, it's another opportunity to live.
Yes. That's why one of the themes is ostomies are lifesavers. They are definitely lifesavers. I would say anyone with the ostomy bag is here by the grace of God because of an ostomy procedure that has been done to them to extend their life because of different circumstances. And once individuals learn to accept that concept, that you are here by the grace of God, that this is a lifesaver, then you can have a whole different outlook on why you have this bag. And plus, there's so many different companies out there that have unique ostomy bag covers that you can put on your bag cover, so you don't have to look at it. There's different types of opaque bags, clear bags. There's so many different options. And I'm finding out that a lot of individuals in the hospital, whatever product they have, if it's Hollister, that's what they're putting on that patient. And a Hollister product may not be what is best for that individual. It could be a Convatec, Coloplast, Safer Simple. But they're not aware that there's all these options out there for them. And that's what I'm trying to do, is educate them. I wanted to do something that wasn't physically, a lot for me. But what I do is a lot of mental, emotional, verbal. A lot of times I'm talking to them laying in my bed, but I'm still able to give them some confidence and believe in themselves and to be encouraged.
Now, I want to jump back forward. I want to jump forward with your husband. And you said that he knew that you had an ostomy already?
Yes.
You didn't tell him, he already knew?
Yes.
Okay, how did that come? Like, how did that conversation go? Hey, how you doing? I know you have an ostomy. What's your phone number?
Yeah. Well, actually, Bruce and I, we have a very, very unique relationship. And I was living in Atlanta, and he was in the service, and then he came back home, and we have his first cousin is my aunt. And
okay, so you guys know each other.
Yep.
Okay.
We're connected, and even in high school, we were,
okay,
out there, but we had family connections, and Bruce actually came to me in a dream while I was in Atlanta. I said, I dreamed we got married. Where is Bruce at now? Not even realizing that was the beginning of my life future. And I came home to Warren on a visit, and he was here, and the rest is history.
Oh, that is so nice. And you dreamt about him, and you said, where is he at now?
Yes. Yep. I called my aunt, which is his cousin. I'm like, "Where's Bruce at?" I said, "I dreamed that we got married." He had went in his direction. I had my son. We had did our own thing. But I think that made our union so much stronger because we could appreciate each other and value the input that we had and be that 101 with each other. And I'm so thankful for my husband and the help me that he is to me and that I am to him.
Now, you said he was your number one supporter.
Yes.
When you go out and speak, is he right there with you? Does he share his story? Do you guys share your love story?
He doesn't speak much, but he's right here beside me, over on the couch.
Okay. Hey, Bruce.
It's hard to believe. I'm a behind the scenes person. I'm a make it happen person behind the scenes. All of this has pulled me out of my comfort zone. I never wanted to speak publicly, ever. And God is just equipping me to move forward and to be a better person, to advocate and support other Ostomans.
Okay. Now, I want to reiterate, you said you were 22?
Yes.
For the younger person that feels like, okay, is there going to be a chance for me? Am I ever going to get married? Where do I meet this guy? Are there, groups? You know how they have support groups? Is there support groups? Even in the area and not just on social media?
There's local support groups, but I wouldn't advise anyone because I'm trying and so many other individuals are trying. I'm on the board for the Cleveland Ostomy Support Group, and we're trying to take it to a different level to bring more younger individuals in. And also we're trying to take it out to the community to give other individuals the opportunity to meet ostomists. And I guess this is why God gave me this vision for next weekend. I had some friends say, I want to come to Ohio for the race. And I'm like, what's in Warren, Ohio, for individuals to come just for the race? So I created a full weekend of fun. It's not just a fundraiser. It is a fun while raising awareness. Friday night, we're going to have that meet and greet. And that's for ostomists and their guests and some people from the community, friends, to just come out at Aluzio's and Warren. We're going to have a sip and paint. We're going to have games. It's just a fellowship time just to come together and meet other ostomists and just feel good about yourselves. It's not like the form of a support group meeting where it's like, hi, I'm Angie Davenport. I had my 42 years. It's not like that. It's going to be a social environment with some light music, refreshments, and
fun. Some fun.
Yeah.
Look, I'm like, some fun. And you're right. Everybody be sitting there and be like, yeah, hi, I'm Mel. You be like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
I'm going to pull my co-hosts on to see if they have any questions.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, I must tell you, the title had me thrown for a loop for a second.
Okay.
I thought I was about to make some money.
Okay.
Oh, talk about blessed with a bag.
Okay.
Hey. I be educated.
Okay. You know what? When I went to get my car, the salesman's like, "Oh, you got a Louis." I was like, I got one of those, but that's not what my title was all about.
Well,
I said, so I had it opened up the opportunity to share what Blessed with a Bag is all about.
I like it, and I hear what you're saying, and it seems as though it's a lot more mental support that you have to offer than actual physical support.
Yes.
And you were talking about the self-esteem issues and stuff like that. I know I don't have that, but I mean these lips. I needed support when I was young for these two because everybody talked about me. But you were talking about, was it osteoporosis and knowing where the bathrooms is?
Ostomies, knowing where the restrooms are, because when you have ulcerative colitis and Crohn's, you can have a flare-up or an urgency to run to the restroom just out of nowhere. You could be sitting down in a meeting or something and it just hit you. So that's what I'm saying. You, as an ostomate, or prior to having your ostomy bag, you have to make sure you know where the nearest restroom is. Even going to an amusement park. Okay, how far am I away from it?
I thought that was an age thing with my bladder, but does it affect your clench game too?
I knew you was gonna go there. No.
Hey, the people want to know. You want to shop pop? The people want to know. Somebody had to
You
ask.
up to the agitator to ask a question like that.
Huh? Okay, well, I'm in the clinch. I mean, because on that walk, woo, because that bathroom is never close enough. You can be right there, but from here to there it can be vicious. So
it's very different. But I gotta go in here. What did you say? Osteoporosis.
Yeah, he did.
I'll be listening.
You listen. You listen. But we'll talk and I'll explain that to you later. The difference, okay?
Okay.
I got her, Angie. You said you knew he was gonna go there extra. Now, since he went there.
Oh, now y'all want to piggyback? Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off of it only because when I told you, remember I said my friend, and I went to the double date with her that he didn't know that I was there. Her issue with that was, how do we keep it PG? Her issue was she likes to do certain things. And she said, I can't be looking at an ostomy. And that was her main issue as to why.
Well, if she makes...
Wait, let me finish. That was her... No, I'm about to click you off. Hold on. That was her main issue. Her issue was that she likes to do certain things. And she said that she would feel uncomfortable looking. Now, you did clarify that there's a cover. When I say a bag that they have now for that. Nick, did you have any questions for Angie?
No, she explained things so well. I mean, being that being a CNA, I know all about that, having to clean, the fun task of cleaning around, when they're changing the bag. So, yeah, that I really never even thought of anything like that, like somebody having a support group for people, and that is awesome.
Thank you.
That is awesome. I like when I was a CNA, I literally never even thought of anything like that. Like
it's just life. You'd be like, okay, life is happening, and here we go.
Exactly. It's good that people have some type of support out there for that.
One thing about Angie is extremely active, and I'm with you, Nick, because you have people, you figure, oh, okay, they have that. You have a lot of people, honestly, probably, I'm dating myself, like 25 years ago, people had ostomies, and they would just go into the nursing home. And it was like, wait a minute, and able to do. Now, I'm big on helping yourself, and I promote people's self-help. I promote that big time. And it's like, you can do this. Now, it does take some time. And even now, for people to get accustomed to it and used to it, I had a patient that had it and they couldn't look at it.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you'll get there. But I want you to do what you can do. Now, you did say Hollister, which is one of the brands for people who don't know. Yeah, I don't like that one. But that's just me personally, with dealing with it. There's different brands. But I think if you can change it, like you said, Nick, change it yourself, clean it yourself, to me, that will build up, your self-esteem. I got this. I'm good. Because once you lose your independence, it will take you down. It will make you feel some type of way like, this is what I have. Hold on, before I can just go ahead, and I'm speaking on colostomies and ileostomies. It's like, okay, before I can just go to the bathroom, it was cool. Now, wait a minute, this is doing it on its own. And I have to say, it is not gross. It is another chance at life. And if you look at it that way, you'll be like, whoa. And then people will look and be like, oh man, that's amazing. And then you can look at your blessings and be like, oh, I'm able to do this. And there's somebody that's right here that's going through. I'm mad about this pimple when, wait a second, I'm talking about my stomach all fat. Hold on. You know what I mean? The minor things when you have to look at somebody and say, hey, they got another opportunity at life where they could have been gone.
And can I speak to, the CNAs? Yes, please. Because, some of them that we work with used to do that. Do not, when you're working with people with an ostomy and you're cleaning and you're having a burp, don't sit there. They're feeling bad enough, especially
Exactly.
if they just got it done. Don't sit there and be like, ugh, this thing's stinking, with an attitude. Because guess what? That's the job you chose.
Mm-hmm.
You chose to work with people. You chose to wipe butts. You chose to burp ostomy bags. You chose to do these things. Do not, they already feel bad. Don't make them feel worse by always having something smart to say and ew, and like,
because they can hear you.
Now. Have some kind of decorum. And these young ones in that job nowadays, sorry, young people, but you have no decorum. None.
Right.
None. Don't make people feel bad. They already feel bad trying to get used to a new way of life. But, you know, if you got a problem with it, do what you got to do. And if you got to go down the hall, around the corner, in the bathroom, then, you know, but don't do it, because I've seen that. Oh, this thing stink. And, and the patient, or the resident sitting there looking at them like, and they already feel bad. That used to get on my nerves so bad when they would do that. I would just look at them girls like,
it takes a special kind of person to do that work. Now, I heard you say you chose to wipe butt. That's what you guys say. I choose not to say that. I say care for the patient, because trust and believe, don't nobody want to pee on themselves. They don't want to urinate on themselves. They don't want to defecate on themselves. And honestly, you have people who like bedpans. Don't nobody want to do that. And you're like, I really want to go to the bathroom here. So you're already dealing with that.
Right.
I will say, being a patient in the hospital, it's interesting. It's like, okay, I'm the RN, but guess what? I'm sure I'll talk with Mel, but y'all know on the other side, I do that too. I'm the RN, but now I'm the patient. So now I get to see how you treat me. Am I actually watching? No, not like that, but it's just the little things. And they say, okay, we're going to give you a bedpan. Because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to get up out of here while I can. And you have people who want people to care for them. You have people, they want that attention. It's like, listen, you're going to be folded up before you know it. And I'm going to say this, and probably the nurse homes will be upset. When you come in for rehab, please do the rehab. Because the way that it goes is like, hey, Miss Mel, would you like your rehab today? Oh, I'm tired. They walk away. You're still getting charged. And the goal is to put you on the other side, and you end up being skilled.
Yep.
So I wanted to piggyback on what you were saying, Nick. That job it's a certain type of person that can do that job. It's a lot of work.
It is.
It's a lot of work. But you have to understand that people can hear you. Even if they can't see you, they can hear you. And when one sense go, the other one is heightened. So they can even hear you when you go out in the hallway. And even if you have that mean, cantankerous patient or, resident, you got to know they respect integrity. Give them, they don't want to be there. They don't. Nobody signs up and say, hey, I want this. Hey, I want this. Even a chronic care disease, which that would be chronic as well, like your high blood pressure. Nobody wants to be like, wake up every morning and be like, oh, I got to take this medication to mask the symptoms. Oh, I want to be a diabetic. No. People feel some type of way. And I want to focus back on the ostomy, which it could cause body image issues.
Definitely.
Because that's usually the nursing diagnosis all the time. With that. And it's like, how can I make this person's life better? How can I make them feel better? And that's where it's at, honestly. How can I make you feel? Because one thing that in any encounter that we remember on the first meeting of somebody is, how did they make you feel? Now, I want Angie, tell me one more time. October the 5th is your fundraiser. How can we donate?
Okay, you can go to blessedwithbag.com. That is my website. I just want to stress a couple things for other ostomists that may be listening. The United Ostomy Association, which is a national organization, they are a strong support system. You can contact them, the National Ostomy Association. And also, we have a local support group right there in Youngstown. And Anna Fitzgerald is the one that spearheads that. She is an amazing individual. And then I'm on the board for the Cleveland Ostomy Support Group. So we're trying to really get out there and bring awareness. Anna has been doing an awesome job in the Youngstown area. But, and like I said, we're just trying to give individuals hope. And just go back on October 5th, which is next Saturday, is Ostomy Awareness Day nationally. And it's a United Ostomy Association sponsored day. In the morning, I have a 5K at the Niles Wellness Center. That's starting at 9 o'clock. It will be a fun walk, donations. We will have gift raffle baskets. And also, I will have representatives there from Convatec, Hollister, and some other suppliers, Rebel, to be able to talk to ostomates one-on-one about the different products that are available. And then Saturday night is my inaugural, the Sneaker Ball. It's only $50, people. Email me, go to my website, go to my Facebook page. I will extend, if you say, okay, I heard it on the mail show, I'll give you till Monday. Ticket sales actually end today, but if you say I heard it on the mail show, I will honor your request. It is going to be an awesome time of ministry. It is at the St. Demetrius in Warren, $50. I will also have the live jazz band of the Michael Austin Project. It's going to be dinner and a fashion show. And all the models in the fashion show will have ostomy bags or have had reversals. And I have a lot of ostomates coming from Michigan, Maryland, Cincinnati, Columbus, all to participate in this fashion show. So I'm encouraging the community, just come out and show your support for Blessed with a Bag. That's my inaugural event, starting my nonprofit. And you can go to my website. Under the Sneaker Ball, there's an option for donations. Or if you want to send me a private message, I just go to my messenger, and I can send you the address if you would like to mail a check. I am a nonprofit 501c3 organization, and I appreciate any support, love, anything you have to offer, just to come out and help me with my goal to bring in awareness to the local community.
What's your email address?
My email address is blessedwiththebag@gmail.com.
Okay, you heard her. So you can email her if you have questions. She is on social media. Also, if you have questions, go ahead and email her. She told you blessedwiththebag@gmail.com. And your website is
blessedwiththebag.com.
All right. Thank you so much, Angie, for coming on. I wanted to get that time to you, and y'all heard her. She said she'll extend. So all you got to do is say you heard it on Shop Talk with Mel and you need some tickets. The tickets are $50.
Yes.
That's it, $50 for the sneaker bag. And it's a fashion show.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Right there. Any last words, guys?
No.
She did it?
Thank you all. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Thank you for coming
I
on.
hope to see you all next weekend.
All right. There you have it, lovely people. I had to get her on because we were talking. And, of course, I had my my questions that, when we were sitting there talking, I was like, I got to get her on to make people aware. What does that backdrop say, Nate?
I be educated.
That's what that backdrop say? Let me see.
I be educated.
I had to actually show that. Like, come on, that is crazy.
I be educated, y'all. We
so-
must. Man, I posted that on Facebook. It was the funniest thing in the world to me. My dude off of In Living Color, and he was doing his rant, and no one said nothing on it. No one liked it. I'm like, this is the funniest thing on the planet, people.
And nobody's paying attention to it?
I'm like, are they not seeing this? Because this is hilarious. It's my new hero.
Okay.
We must.
I wanted to tell you, lovely people, when Nate actually said osteoporosis, I got to give you this. Mel's medical moment real quick. Osteoporosis is a bone disease that causes the bones to become more porous and brittle. That's what osteoporosis is. We're talking about an ostomy. Okay. Okay. Just had to put that out there. And you definitely want to, well, let me say the bones porous and brittle, which means that they can break and you can fracture them more easier. You want to get tested for that osteoporosis. Usually after age of, the screening age is like, what, 65? Somewhere in there. So Nate, you almost there. You better go and get checked out since you brought it out. Look, you brought it up and out.
Heavy structured.
Big bone that heavy structured, a hot mess. Listen, we're going to talk about age wars. Age wars. And you know what? Let me put this out here for the lovely people as well. Here's the phone number. You could call in. 619-902-2287. You call in. You have questions for the guest today, Mrs. Angie Davenport. I'll lead you to her. I'll give her information to you. If you inbox me and need some more information, I will forward you to her. Get you, put you in the right hands. All right. Like I said, I wanted to actually talk to her, and I've been trying to get her for a while. It's been a while, so I was so happy when I got that inbox to have her come on and edutain. That's what we do. Edutain the people and let them know exactly what's going on in life. And people, you'd be like, oh, okay, well, this is, woe is me. Whoa, come on, man. Life is lifing for people. And people are resilient in dealing with it. And it's all about how you handle it. And I'm a big component on how you make someone feel. So it's important. Treat everybody with respect. I just had to say that. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I just had to say that, lovely people. I just had to say that. Okay, let's talk about what feelings. Yes, feelings. You already know. Let's talk these age wars. Man, this is heavy. I'm sorry, y'all. Whew. Age wars. What's the difference in the music?
Music.
They say it's a big difference. The Gen X, Gen Z battling Gen X. Like, come on.
Nick, your mic isn't on or something like that. But the difference is everything we're lowering the scale on every possible thing. There was love music at a punk. There's no love music tonight. There's no Luther. There's no Teddy P. They're still relevant because there's no one to come behind them and drop love music. What is a love song that these young people have?
What is it? Well, no, that's us. Look, I'm trying to think.
Let's see. They don't have love songs. It's not vulgar.
Well, no, because the Gen X, which is us, 65 to 80. So Boyz II Men is in Gen X.
Jodeci, Silk, Troop.
Who do we have?
We got a lot of love song people. I mean, shoot. I even go with Silk. Meeting in my bedroom is still tame compared to what they call love songs today. I mean, we're lowering the scale and wondering why these kids and the society is the way it is. There's no shame. There's no nothing.
Nick, you all right? Can I hear you? Talk. Can't hear you.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a societal issue. It's the continually lowering down the scale.
Okay.
We will never have a love that our parents had. They don't have the love that our grandparents had. Our children and grandchildren are doomed.
Well, we had some songs that were different.
We did.
No, 65 to 80. I'm talking Gen X. 1965 to 1980 Gen X. So I want to set you up. How many people were singing that around their children? Ooh, or around their parents?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It wasn't talking about I want to bust you down or my thing hole is brown. It was still a cute song. And it got radio play. But now the songs that get radio play are telling you, my shit is 12 feet long, 7 feet wide, and I'm going to give it to you all night long, and then I'm going to tell your girlfriends to come over for the second round.
Well, Rick James did that. Rick James did that.
How did Rick James say it, though?
Nick, I need you to go out and come back in to see if it's something. I'm like, I don't know why her volume is doing what it does.
Oh, did you say something? Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. But how did Rick James say it, though?
He said it just like he said it. All right, you freaks.
Give it to me, baby.
Okay.
And they had a dude back there on the bass with an ugly face.
That's all it was. It was the music. The rhythm, what Gloria Estefan, the rhythm is going to get you.
Well, I mean, right now, all I need is a drum machine and a microphone. As opposed to true music there's a soul back there on that bass doing this. Keeping it on the one. That's a soul back there. There's somebody responsible for that. That's what made it great. Now I got a drum machine and a beat that I made up, and I'm gonna say some lyrics over it.
What about the dressing, the dress code? So do you think Gen Zs are...
They're dumb. They go to the club in lingerie. There's nothing left to the imagination in anything they wear.
Okay.
And then if a guy says something about it, it's body positivity. Got excuses already built in. They're doomed.
Really? Well, let's talk Aretha Franklin.
Old Aretha Franklin, the one that was cuckoo, that one.
Listen, it don't matter. What she had, like, come on.
Okay. Please.
Vanity.
Who?
Vanity. Remember Vanity?
Oh, yeah, with Prince. But she went through her turmoil. It was shunned. It wasn't mainstream. It wasn't. Vanity was, a sex symbol that sang a couple songs Prince made. She ain't done nothing other than... All Vanity did was look good.
Okay.
Did a couple mediocre dance moves. She didn't twerk.
You said... The whole twerking thing is different.
Why is it?
That whole... First of all, they put a name on it, twerking.
Okay.
But we was doing the butt for a minute.
Okay, but... Okay.
Doing the butt. I don't remember any men doing the butt, though.
No.
Now you got dudes out here twerking. So, yeah.
It's kind of sus. Is that the word? Did I use that right?
You did. You did.
Be educated.
You did. That is very sus. Well, pretty spicy.
The scale has been continually lowered. Look at the grade point average. Look at the grading scale in schools.
Would you like to share it? Because I did already, and it's just very sad. Because I was wondering, like, I said, valedictorian, they had so many. I was like, was I not so smart? Or are these children geniuses?
Listen, my grandchildren get straight A's and stuff like that. And I was proud until I seen their grade scale. I said, well, you go every day. That's pretty much it. So how smart are you? But we continue lowering the scales.
Uh-huh.
You know, I watch sometimes I get caught, my wife does it a lot, watching that balloon pop stuff. You remember Pop the Balloon?
Yeah. The guys, yeah.
So the guy came in and started asking these girls basic math questions. He asked this one girl, what was 3 times 7? She said 21. He said, oh, good, you got it. What's 7 times 3? She didn't know. He answered was like 8 times 8. I mean, basic math. And he went down the aisle. And no one knew basic math anymore.
Because they have calculators. You think that's an issue?
What, calculators?
Yeah, because we couldn't have calculators in the classroom.
Well, we're better off. But here's the calculator argument. Watch this. They're bad because of this. Mel, how many phone numbers do you know? If someone took your phone, who could you call?
Kamisha, my mother, and my homeboy Dwayne.
Okay. If you were 16, how many phone numbers would you have known?
All of them, because I still know mine. I still got mine in my head.
Yeah, I got mine too. So it lowers the scale. When you take away from a person intaking and learning, you mess up the whole scale. Because guess what? That one time I left my phone in my car and I had to give you the right change or something like that, I don't know it off my head. I lost the ability to figure it out. 7 times 3? Oh, man. Hold on, I ain't got my phone.
That's sad.
It is, but the younger generation gets away with it. Guess what?
Let me tell you something.
You don't need it now. You have a computer for that. You don't need it.
That's why they did away with the cursive writing. Then they say, oh, wait a minute. Because everything is typed.
They're dumber. And the word is dumb.
That's it. That's what it's going to be. Not politically correct. It's going to be dumb.
Dumb.
Listen, what's interesting, you asked me the numbers. These are all the people that could bail me out. Those are the important numbers. If I'm in a jam, I can actually call these people and they can bail me out.
Only number I remember, sad to say, by heart, is my ex-wife. Because when I was on vacation, I doubted. But this one, no, I don't even know her number by heart. It's sad. And I mean, can you be mad at me? Because that's the way everything is.
You really can't, because if you're used to dialing it, the actual number.
Right. Boop. I press her picture, and she says hello. So, I mean, the scale has been lowered, and we don't understand how bad AI and all this stuff is a detriment to us in life. They're manufacturing food. You're not educated. You don't know how to figure nothing out for yourself. And the young kids don't even want to work or know what love is. You know? Like the title of our guest, first thing she said, blessed with a bag. I'm like, oh, she got some money. Because
change the narrative. You change, yeah.
Yeah, oh, she got the bag. Okay, cool. Let me lie and give me a bag. But in the dating world today, girls are more worried about the bag than what love is. They don't know what it is. It's not in their music. This is nothing. I feel for them. I
feel for us. You know why?
Because we have to deal with them.
Really? I wouldn't say that we have to deal with them. We are diminishing our memory. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's exercises that you do to strengthen your memory, like word puzzles, numbers. Numbers strengthen the memory. So when you don't know a phone number, it's like boop, 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 boop. We have to strengthen ourselves. Nick, what's your thoughts on these younger people?
They're a hot mess. A hot mess.
Now, we got the fact that, but is it their fault that we're dummying them down? Is it their fault?
Individually, yes. It's our fault.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're
accepting.
For some reason, the generation, there's a discord because now you have the generation, when it took a village to raise a child, I don't want to raise my child like I was raised, and you want to be your child's friend. So therefore,
I think
what happened? We can go back to the village.
I think that's the Gen X. That's us.
Yeah.
That's us. It's like, oh, I wanted Christmas gifts. I couldn't get Christmas gifts because we didn't have any money. I'm gonna make sure that my child has everything that they want. Then you go to the Gen Z. It's the generation of entitlement, and it's
we gave them everything they wanted. My dad didn't give me shit. I told you the story. If you want it bad enough, you'll figure it out. I'm telling you, Dad. Hey, I need some money, $20, so I can go up to the hotel with my girlfriend. You want my $20 and I ain't gonna get to feel on her booty one time? If you want it bad enough, you'll figure it out. And he made me realize right then that I have to figure this out. And those are the lessons I passed down to my kids. My son I want the LeBrons, and when he was a younger kid, I said, tell you what, I'll buy the left one. I'm not spending that type of money for you to put it on the ground. I'll buy the left one. Now, if you want some of these Skechers, I got you, son. I got you. Brand spanking new. Skechers a New Balance.
Listen, you bring that analogy up a lot. You bring that up, that lesson. Let me say this. How did you figure it out? Because we never knew how you figured it out.
Right.
Tell us. Share.
Hey, tell me I won't be fined for the story. Now let me. No, you go cut some grass and stuff like that, and you go clean a couple friends, but like, hey man, I got this room. I ain't gonna need it for 2-3 hours. Then you can come up later. You wobble, you get it done. But my dad told me I'm not here to give you what you want. He taught me what I needed to know, and right then he taught me I'm not gonna be here forever. So you got to learn to do it yourself.
Let me go to the comment. Yes, our generation has failed these kids. We got whoopings and the neighborhoods took care of us and disciplined us. And the first thing we always used to say is, I ain't going to treat my kids like that when I have kids.
Facts. And another thing that happened in 89 in Youngstown, Ohio, that was when the first piece of drug, crack, was brought into evidence in 89. That tore our village apart. Because guess what? Now, I don't let Mel whoop on my kids because she might have been high on that stuff. And, my kid might have said, no, you can't have my $10 allowance. It tore us apart in a lot of ways that aren't right out front in our face. It took the village apart. I can't trust you because now there's a person with a drug addiction next to me, or my VCR tapes are missing, or you can't go over there because she got needles laying around. Versus grandma and them was all on the porch waving at the cars as they go by, telling your kids, get out of there. Y'all
get out the street.
Get out the street.
Right.
Every grandma that sat on the porch had a whip, a little stick. They just right by the porch.
Now,
right on the porch.
Now I'm gonna say this as far as like the crack epidemic. The crack epidemic, see, 89, that's when it came to like some of our peers that we knew was selling it. But it started early on, and I was living in Westlake. So you could see some things, and it's like, so the early 80s is when that crack epidemic came out, and it was like, whoa, wait, I feel you on that part. Like, hey, you taking somebody's child's allowance and then stealing it, and then now you want to spank their child. Mm-hmm. Well, we call it whoopings. Okay. And it's like, wait, but you do have some parents, adults, who want to whoop somebody else's child because they feel as though, they need a whooping. Huh?
I have no problem with that. If it's justified.
But you have adults who are envious of children. And I'm gonna tell you. And it's because it's real. They'll be envious because they feel as though that this child has it, but I can't afford to get my child that. So now my child is upset, and you wanna whoop this child just because they what? Is
that a woman thing?
No. It's a father thing. I witnessed it. It's a father thing.
That said, he was single mom raised. That guy, whoever you're talking about, is single mom raised.
No, he wasn't.
Why am I jealous of a child?
Different. And that's what you have to ask yourself. Why am I jealous of a child?
I'll put it to you like that. Anybody that whooped me when I was a kid.
I'm going to tell you this. Watch this. Watch this. Maybe they weren't jealous of the child. Maybe they were upset with the parent but knew they couldn't do it to the parent. So when they had the opportunity, you want to just whoop that child. I'm telling you, it's real.
Like that.
It's real.
There's a lot of them that took a chunk out of my behind. Men and women when I was a kid. I have never, ever said, I'm going to tell my mom and dad.
Well, I don't think that wasn't it. But there's usually, sometimes it's an underlying thing. Sometimes it's an underlying issue, and that child's like, what did I do? I was just born.
Well, I don't know how to speak to that.
Okay, Nick, have you witnessed anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Especially with, step parents or girlfriend, boyfriend. Yeah, they'll treat this child much better because that's my child. This child, that ain't my child, so I don't care. And so I witness it still, even with the kids being grown.
Or those people who don't have children.
That's different.
What's different?
Yeah. That's different. Your situation.
Okay, so if they don't have any children, you said that's different. But if we're talking about...
If they're a boyfriend or girlfriend,
No, nobody said boyfriend and girlfriend. She's saying step parent. That's a husband.
Stepmom, stepdad, whatever.
Yeah, that's not. That's a.
If there's a relationship between the two people, that's different. Because I'm not being raised by the community. That is in house. And if Nick and Cornell are a couple and there's a split of kids or whatever the case may be, Cornell is now responsible for what Nikki's kids do inside that house. So if, let's just say, in your analogy, that couple, Cornell was like, hey, quit doing this to blah, blah, blah. And Nikki is like, well, you can't say that to my kids. Cornell then says, I ain't saying shit to your kid. I mean, nothing to your kid. And then
I should have had that over here.
and that's the difference.
Is there a future with that relationship?
No. And you know who fault it is, right?
Especially Cornell tell my child they can't do X, Y, and Z. And let his child do everything under the sun. Where they do that?
God, did we say anything about his child? He might not even have kids. You're changing.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, all right. Well, here, let's erase what I just said and let's set it up. Her and Cornell are dating, right? She has a child, and they live it with Cornell. Now, does Cornell have the kid too?
Yes.
I'm trying to get this whole story right so y'all can quit switching it on me. Does Cornell have a kid too?
Yes.
Does he live with you? Did Cornell's child live with you?
Yeah, we'll say yeah.
Okay, so guess what? Both of the kids, yours and his, keep playing with his remote. Cornell whoops his child for doing it. Now, his child has gone over to his mom's house today, and your child does. Plays with his remote. Can Cornell then whoop your child?
Yes, because he corrected his as well.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as he can whoop your kid too, we're good. So that is in a relationship.
What I was saying was, what I said initially, the problem lies when that step parent or whatever would chastise my child, but won't chastise yours for doing the same thing. That's what Mel was basically asking. Yeah, so that's what I had said.
No, you didn't.
Okay, let's go to the comment. Cornell would like to weigh in. He was like, I'm not going to stay.
You deserve better, bro. Know your worth.
Wait, stop. I'm not going to stay with a person that treats my kids bad because I'm going to love your kids just as I love my kids. And I hope it's the same with that woman. Me and my ex treated each other's kids like our own. Now,
equal whooping for everybody.
Now, I have to add this in here. The children are older. You marry somebody who has an older child. That child feels like, well, the mother says, oh, well, I treat them all the same. Here's the difference. It's hard to treat them all the same. Let me finish. It's hard to treat them all the same because I raised mine, so mine know better. That one I didn't raise, so I don't know how their upbringing is. So I need to communicate and say, hey, listen, da-da-da-da, and this is the rules. And I think that father needs to talk to that child. Now, that's what I'm saying when you're dealing with teenagers. Now, can you expect the end result to be the same? Absolutely. But I think it's really odd that, and I hear people say, oh, okay, well, I treat them all the same. Yeah, we all going to do the dishes at this time. This is what it's going to be. Mine know better. I know for a fact that mine know better. But I can't just go and project on somebody else's child, and I don't know how they were brought up. So they may not know. We can have a conversation.
Do you wear your hat if you go to court? If you go to the courtroom. Do you wear a hat?
I hope women can, but I hope a man doesn't. I hope he takes his off as soon as he enters the building.
You know why? Because those are the rules there. So if your kids...
you can't wear a hat in the court? I thought it was just a level up.
There's a man...
Like church. You take your hat off when you enter the building. Go ahead.
I'm saying that because those are the rules there. So, Mel, at our house, the rules are established.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank, across the board. I don't care how your kid was raised. When they come in here, they take off their shoes. That's just the rules. So if you don't like them following the rules, then me and you have an issue. But us as parents have to set the rules.
Hey, listen, I didn't say that. I said I'll talk to him to talk to this child.
Well, guess what? All the child that comes into the land of Zamunda, Nate's kingdom, must abide by these rules or be banished.
Well, I'm going to be banished because that carpet filthy. I'm joking.
I ain't got a problem with you, Bannon. I ain't got no problem.
I stay on the porch. I'm sitting on the deck. No, I'm joking. But if you, I understand the point that you're making. I do. I just feel like you do have to, with somebody coming in, it's like, yeah, these are the rules. Real talk, these are the rules. But when yours know better because they know you, and somebody coming in, it's like, can you talk to them? Boom, we could talk about the rules. This is how it's going to be. But maybe your deliverance will be different than mine.
Oh, okay. But I mean, as a man, you don't care how the deliverance is. The law stands on its own.
Okay.
Remember, I keep giving you the winning lotto numbers in a mean voice.
I wish you'd tell me again.
And y'all keep saying, you should have said that nice. You just lost $300 million because I didn't say it nice. But the rules still stand. I don't care about a kid's feelings. You gotta pay a bill to have feelings in my house. I am a dictator. Captain Caveman, all of that. But that is the way that the divine order is set up. I am responsible for my home. So if I decide to wed you, Mel, and you come with 3 kids, and I have to be their provider and the image of what I have to be their role model and stuff like that, I'm going to be their role model. And guess what happens in my house? My carpet is crunchy because of some of the stuff I deal with your mama. But my rules are, don't wear no shoes in my house. I don't care what kid you is. Why? Take that one with you.
Not the crunchy carpet.
Ding!
Yeah. Ding, ding, thank you.
That's what happens in my house. Don't judge me.
No, listen, talk about something. And we got to, listen, Nick.
I'll buy you one.
And listen, Nick, and we got to take our shoes off. It is crunchy.
Feel the crunch. Feel the crunch. That was fresh.
Guess what? Please have some in-house slippers for me to put on.
And that part.
I ain't walking on no crunchy carpet.
And that part.
Or between the toes.
That part. And here I am thinking like, I'm thinking the littles is eating all over the house and spilling stuff.
No.
And now, look, you clarified it.
You might have the moist crunch. You between the toes.
You know what? Listen, I'm buying you a carpet cleaner. Dude, if you decide
or some slippers.
You clean it.
Or some slippers, Nick.
Yeah.
Rules are rules.
Now, here's the thing. So, with the analogy that was given, do you think that is the issue? The analogy, especially what I gave with the younger generation?
Yes, because we want to be their friends. My mom was never my friend. She would whoop me at any time. All she had to do was bust a look at me, and I know, whoa, let me see. All it took was a look. She wasn't worried about my feelings. You gonna go in the store, you ain't gonna touch nothing. And I would take my belt off in this store. I would come up to that school and whoop you in front of your little friends. And I did
my
not.
mama did it to my brother.
I didn't try her. She wasn't my friend. And I'm like, oh, well, the kid will feel bad if I go up there and make a fuss. So I'll just, no! Whoop his butt up there! Or give him the threat. You understand? I don't jaywalk for the threat of going to jail.
Okay, let's look at the Gen X's with the Gen Z's and grandparenting.
It's a lot different.
Let's talk the difference.
It's a lot different. Gen X is still looking good. We look good for our age, and we still out kicking. So you can't just leave your baby over here. You know, my granddaughter, she's 12. I say, hey, you know the code to the house and you know where the food is. If you get there, I'll see you on the cameras. You know what not to do. Stay out of daddy's tool chest, grandpa's tool chest, because you don't need to know what all that is. Grandpa, what's this? No. Stay out of that bag. I told you stay out of my room. So she knows the rules. But I'm not going to sit at the house all weekend and watch grandkids like our grandparents used to do.
But you know the rules.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. No. Watch this. Wait. You know the rules from your grandchild. You be like, hello? Hi. Can you cash out me? Hold on a minute. All right.
That little heifer don't even call. She just sitting there. What the hell? Oh, hell no. Click.
She sent you a request?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I said, listen here, you little heifer. You better call me and see if I'm all right or something.
But Nick, watch this. And he replies.
Of course.
Whatever. I'm not weak.
But watch this.
I'm still the man.
But here's the difference.
Yes, you do.
Here's the difference with the grandparents, as he was saying. We're out kicking it with them. Now tell me this. What's your thoughts on drinking with your child? Is that a yay or a nay? And Nick, in your case, your nieces, if they were older. Or even look at them right now and just think, when they're of age, are you okay with going out, hanging out, kicking it with your nieces and your children?
My oldest niece from my marriage, yes, I've been out with her. But she's 30-something years old. So I've gone out with her.
Okay, which you say no, Nate?
No, I mean, well, me and my son, we do Sundays. We go down to get wings, and he has a beer.
But you're getting wings.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm out, only way we out kicking it is if, hey, Mel's having a birthday party at a banquet hall, and we got to get dressed up, and she wants the whole family there. So he's there, and we might be drinking together. But if I'm at the club, and one of my kids walk in, ding, time for me to go.
See, I'm with you on that. I'm out of there. I just left. Oh, this their crowd? I just left.
Look, listen, I go in a club and I look at hairdos. If the wrong type of hairdo in there, if I see any colors in that club, I'm not supposed to be there.
You see any what in the club?
Color.
Oh.
Color in their hair?
Blues, hot pinks, blues.
That's not your generation?
I'm not. But even blondes, I'm like, no, I'm not supposed to be here.
Okay. You ain't going. But some of the older people, they had blue hair.
Who?
I know a few. I seen people our age twerking on social media.
On social media. You went at the club when they was doing it though.
But here's the thing. If they was on social media, our age, at their house, twerking.
Everybody can see it versus just a few people that's in the club.
Right. So, I mean.
Can you imagine your mother twerking in a muumuu? On social media.
You could tell my mom. She getting choked out. I'll tell her to her face. Mom, it's time to sit this one out. You know better than that.
Okay.
Well, speaking of, listen, I was on a boat last night and there was this lady with her 2 grown daughters and they was all twerking together.
And they're probably all single together.
And the mother was around my age.
And were they all single together too?
Of course, yeah.
Of course. They don't fall too far from the tree.
Really?
Yes, yeah. You listen, you could tell I can tell a woman's if she's single or not by the way she wear her hair. It's that simple.
How? Share.
Look to your friends.
Okay, wait. Let me set this up so they can grab this. Nate the Agitator says that he can tell if a woman is single by the way she wears her hair. Yep. Go. Explain.
Look to all of your friends and find here's my analogy. This has to do with the hair and stuff like that. Everyone here watched Good Times. I was watching the other day, and I got another analogy. Florida Evans wasn't too attractive, was she? Was Florida Evans attractive?
Okay. Okay, all right.
Thank you for your honesty. She was married with a husband and kids. She had someone to take care of her. You know who who didn't have anybody to take care of her? Fine ass
Willona.
Fine ass Willona always have issues with her fine self going out looking for a man, dressing all wild and provocative. For that time, she never had a real man. Now, with the hair thing, you've seen with the hair thing, all those colors and stuff like that, usually, hey, single. Wild hair and stuff like that is usually single.
So is it safe to say, since you use the analogy of good times, so is it safe to say that if you look homely, you're married, and if you look good, you're single?
I will even go with that to an extent. All of your married friends were once the homely girls. Now, they can be flying fish now. Look at your friends. I don't even know who you're looking at in your mind. But look at them. They ain't that super fine. They ain't gonna star on Basketball, Real Housewives, or anything like that.
Oh, they ain't doing that. But,
exactly. But all those super fine girls with the money and all, married to medicine, look how beautiful those women is. How are they single?
No, they're not. Married to medicine. They're married.
Okay, well, I don't
yeah, they are. They're married.
Once. I didn't only watch it once. And
they're married.
But Real Housewives and all this other stuff, you see how fine those women are, and they single.
Well, here's what's interesting to me. Because even when I got my husband, I was fly. And I'm fly, still fly.
Man, what do I always call you?
But that don't matter. Look at Nick had husbands fly. So I don't understand. And Nick be wearing color hair. Nick, did you ever have color hair? I feel like you did. Yeah, you had red and blonde.
Red, mm-hmm.
And she got husbands.
Not that red, like the auburn red mixed with
ginger. Wait,
yeah.
What ginger?
Okay, that's subtle. That's subtle. But I mean,
that's interesting.
Yellow, pink.
There's guys.
Purple.
Okay.
Other guys on this podcast listening. They can chime in. They can say.
Listen, I'm not saying that you're wrong, because guess what? I asked you your opinion, and I asked from a male standpoint.
There are other males. Please chime in and say either you agree with Nate or he's wrong.
Because that's really interesting to say that. And I always said that it's interesting how the wife, where's that? How the wife becomes the other woman. You can get it on Balboa Press. Thanks for setting that up, Nate. Balboa Press, Barnes and Nobles, or Amazon.com. Yes. Now, here's the thing. How the wife becomes the other woman. This is good. Because you said the homeliness. So we're going to go with Florida Evans' baby boomer phase, okay? We're going to go with Florida and Winona. So the wife is there. You got her all homely. You was attracted to her because she was fly. Now, boom, you got her. Now she looking all homely. But you're cheating on your wife with this one over here that you think is sharp, and got your wife sitting at the house, and you taking this one out on your arm. How the wife becomes the other woman. Written by yours truly. Check that out. I had to set that up for Nate. Now, I know you're thinking, interesting. So you're looking at this one over here, and she might not have the hair, but you said Winona. So we're looking, Winona was bad. Actually, Winona reminded me of my mother all the time. And it's like, okay, so she fly, but you looking at that one, but you married to Florida Evans.
Okay.
So what? I don't get it. What's the?
Well, Florida has stability, and if I was working,
both of them was working because she was at the bus station. Winona was working at a boutique.
Right. Okay. Well, I didn't watch that many episodes, but
I watched them all.
Florida has stability. She had children who loved her. That was raised under a man, and James put it down. And maybe he looked out of there. But let's say James snuck off with Winona, it was just for fun. It was the Hot 40 syndrome. But guess where he's coming home? His loyalty is to Florida.
His responsibility.
And that too.
Because he got children there. Winona ain't have none, remember?
Exactly. So guess what? Winona was just there for a fun time, not a long time.
Well,
And guess what? You remember when Nate the Agitator said, hoes are essential. Hoes say, yeah.
How you call a Winona a hoe?
I'm not using her. She's my example. I'm not calling her Lona. I talked to her the other night. We still cool. Don't mess up our relationship. I'm jumping. I'm checking. You ain't see me.
Woo, fellas, call on me. Let me check this, see if somebody texts me, because they be texting.
Come on, y'all.
Rolona, you my girl, Rolona.
Chime in on that one.
Hey, I still break your hip, girl. But those are essential. You know how easy it is to go out with one of the garden tools? She's going to say, yeah, and just have fun. As soon as I give you a title, you my girlfriend, well, why we got to go there so much? And this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. It's always something as soon as you get the title. So we understand. We understand the game.
Thomas Winona was the original ghetto fab. But let me tell you, she wasn't. She was classy. She dressed sharp. She did her thing.
But she was always looking for a man.
Well, she was the single friend.
Right.
Always looking for a man. Fly, fresh.
But see, here's where the difference is at. Here's the difference, because you keep saying she's always looking for a man. Just because a woman is fly and keep herself up and look good is not because she's looking for a man. She may have already had a man, but she likes to stay fly and didn't want him and don't need that headache. Because when you say...
That's not the issue. Flyness ain't the issue.
Well, I'm trying to understand the analogy. I'm taking in what you're saying, because I asked you your opinion from a male species.
Okay. Let's just put...
Let me ask you this. How many men are willing to leave their wife for that fly chick?
Nobody. They might do some unsavory things to get with her for a time. But like I told Cornell, Thursday's my day, man. Don't mess up the plate. I don't care what y'all do. Thursday's my day. And she fly too. So we're going to talk about it. Well, she didn't do that for me. Oh, no.
But watch this. So, you're a guy, you're single.
Okay, I'm single.
You're single, and you see somebody fly.
Uh-huh.
You want to marry her.
No.
See, that's what I'm trying to get here. So you look for the homely girl to get married? So are you saying that women need to be homely and look bad? No offense to Florida Evans, because it's preference.
It ain't about looking bad. But guess what? The super fine or your friends. Answer me this question. Mm-hmm. Your super fine friends. Mm-hmm. Are they married or single?
Yeah. Married.
They are?
They are married.
Well, I know.
And you know one of them.
Yeah,
matter of fact, all of them.
Okay. Well, you run in a great circle, because that's not usually the case. It's not usually the case.
Or have been married and got a divorce.
You don't find a lot of beautiful women that are successfully married. You don't find a lot of beautiful people that successfully married.
Most people that are married, they done been through some things, and it's like, do I want to give my spouse up? And so I'm be like, yeah, because here's the thing. Even so, with a man, let's say the Florida Evans analogy, responsibility, there's a responsibility for a spouse, for the female as well, to her husband. It is.
What responsibilities? I'm curious.
Cooking, making sure he's content. Mm-hmm. Some people, work, your workers out there that can't sit at home, not your housewives, but even your housewives. There's responsibility. There's things that you need to be taken care of as a wife. Then you find, because we can't just pull up and go, be like, I'm going to go ahead and Station Square and grab me something to go. Oh, we better grab both of us something to go. Okay? Right. Then when it's like, I don't even feel like dealing with this cat. He don't do nothing but scratch his stomach, scratch his balls, and lean back and talk about 3 holes in a yellow shirt, okay?
I'm feeling like you're targeting me,
But with that, honestly, with that being said, it's like, you know what? I ain't dealing with him, and he done stepped out, cheated, da-da-da-da. Do I really want him? Do I really want that headache? And most, I'm going to say some people feel like, no, I can be by myself and just worry about being responsible for myself instead of dealing with him just to say I have a husband or a permanent date. Especially those guys. See, I look at it, no lie. I'll be like, I got a permanent date, a lifetime date. But then you get those husbands that be like, I don't want to go.
No, I don't. I settle down. Settle down.
Which means you need to be a permanent date.
You gotta, come on now. You know how what we do to get y'all, we need to continue to do to keep you. Same thing goes for y'all.
But Nick, what you do to get me is all encompassed in this house. You ain't got to take me no place.
No, we want to take. If this is what we like to do, you are the permanent date. We have to go here. Do you want to be there? You don't have to want to be there. Just pretend.
Listen, if my man is flying, I'm stepping somewhere. I want my fly man to step with me.
Ugh.
We be wanting to sport y'all.
Exactly. Just like y'all want to support us, we want to support y'all.
Not when we settle down. We don't want to listen.
Especially when we settle down.
That's why we settled down, to have a forever date.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, ugh. I don't like that part.
So now you want to stay in the house and scratch your balls after you done got me. What else?
Yeah. Baby,
No.
No, that's.
I want to step too.
Let's binge watch. Let's binge watch. House of Blues or something like that. Let's binge watch.
We want to go somewhere. We settled down to have the forever date.
Whatever you want. But
You're my permanent
there's
date.
something going on, and I want to step.
Well, go ahead and step. Hey.
Oh no, we stepping
We are.
because I done compromised with you for what you wanted. So every now and then, if there's an event and I want to step and be fly with my man better be on my arm with me, fly as me. Period.
Because there is a lot of single married women.
Here's my point. When we go out with you guys, it's never really good.
Why?
We don't enjoy this stuff. Go to the next club or next event you guys go to. Look on the dance floor. If you're not line dancing with yourselves, the single dude is out there jamming. The married brothers and stuff like that, we're at the bar or we're sitting down on our phone.
That is disrespectful.
Is it?
There.
That is disrespectful.
Okay, well, am I wrong in that analogy?
Not really.
Thank you. That's all that counts.
But that's not okay.
You can feel about it. I didn't make those rules up.
If you don't leave that phone in the baby, listen.
Hey.
Mine left his in the car.
I didn't make this up. This is what happens. Because guess what? When we go out with y'all, because you have a title, now you're entitled to knowing who is that, why is she smiling at you, why is she looking at you like that, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. So when we go out on your arm, this is what we do. Oh, shit. I hope nothing happens to where I'm in trouble. Why is she acting up? What is she acting all fool? Why are they looking at you? Why are they over there think they smiling all in your face? All of that happens when we go out with y'all. So that's why we're so hesitant to want to go out with y'all. There's no trouble if you come down here and watch. I got some popcorn. I got Debbie Does Dallas on VHS. No problems.
Listen, can I tell you something?
Yes, please.
I've always been the type that when I step out with mine and I see some chicks trying to be funny, somebody might have dated them before trying to be funny, smiling and this and that. I don't do all that fussing, baby. I'm gonna give you a show because I'm gonna plant one on your lips right in front of them.
And I'm gonna be like, yay! I love her. Yay! She's my girl now.
Exactly. It better be.
This is so much fun, Nick. Can we go out and have fun like this?
Why would you want to do that though? Because don't you want to support your woman?
I don't want those issues or problems. And those issues or problems don't happen at the house. They don't happen at the house. Guess what? Next time you go out to any event, look at the dance floor. That's why line dancing is so popular.
I'm not line dancing.
I hate it.
With my man, we about to dance. We're gonna have a good time.
Last night, and there was plenty of men with their women on the dance floor.
Where were you at?
Here's the thing, though. No. When you go out with your spouse, that's your dance partner.
Okay.
Like, I don't understand what the issue is. Now, I want to rewind a little bit. When Nick said, okay, if somebody trying to be funny, maybe that person wasn't trying to be funny. They just haven't seen the person in a long time. But like, hey, what's going on? Usually when I see people out and they're with their spouse, hey, this is so-and-so. They introduce me to their spouse. But here's the thing, ladies. When you go up and you see somebody, one of your homeboys, address her first. Hi, how are you? Boom. And then he'll come in and then he'll say, hey, this is so-and-so. That's how that works. I don't get why somebody would be upset, because me and my husband, we used to be battling for numbers. See, who got it? Boom. Oh, yeah, we did. And then pull them out. Yeah, because here's the thing. Yeah, right? Who still got it? Now, here's the thing. If he decided to call, that's a him thing. I'm not going to be sitting there stressing myself out. Clearly, you ain't happy in the situation. We can fix this. Be done.
Male's unicorn moment.
I like it, though. Because
I'm cool with it, too.
And I ain't even trying to be funny. I don't want somebody that don't nobody else want.
I don't mind, too. But guess what? Once you get us, back to my fisherman theory. Fishermen,
I'm throwing you back in the ocean.
Hey, men fish are sport fishermen. We go cast our line, we pull up the fish, we take a couple pictures with it, show the fellas what type of fish we can catch, and then we throw it back. Now, I got in a relationship with you because you kept jumping on my boat. Now that you have a title and you my girlfriend and stuff, and you like, hey, we've been dating for like a year now, so why do you still have a boat? Keep
your boat, because I might be on there. Me and my girls want to come. We on the back end.
Unicorn. Most women want me to get rid of my boat and my fishing gear and everything like that. And then they want me to go out with them unfit, not smelling like fish.
No, you ain't got to get rid of that boat. Like Mel said, we going on that boat and it's relaxing.
It's only
I'm
one.
going to watch you fish and I'm going to sit there and throw them back.
There's only one person I believe in this analogy.
Whatever. No, seriously, if you got a boat.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm going with you.
You don't need that boat no more. You got all of this.
Listen, I'm not that type. You got a boat? Come on, let's go, baby. I'll go with you. I won't fish, or I might catch them, but you're going to have to take the fish off the hook because I don't like touching them.
Well, it was an analogy. Yeah, that was an analogy, not actually, a yacht. Because y'all already know I ain't getting on nobody's for real boat in the ocean. Okay? We cleared that up.
I'm the one that'll get on the boats.
In all of these years, I've acquired skills and talents and swagger that attracted you. And it's still on me now that I have you. But now, those same things that I've acquired during the years, that same swagger that I've grown into, and that same spittity smile, rap and all that stuff is still in me. So when I go out, everyone is used to seeing that. But when I'm with you, I'm not allowed to be that. So I choose to just, Mel, we're not talking about you.
Okay.
You can play the numbers game. Let's go get numbers. Most women can't. So those are the guys who sit at the bar and have their hold on, another call coming in, and have their beer up to their face talking about, you see that ass? Yeah. Cornell, you see what that girl wearing? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just the way that it is. And you're mad of the way that it is. Now, I'm speaking for people I don't know. They've never met me, but they're agreeing. We're telling you the playbook. And what happens? And you're like, no, but Biff. But Biff. Yeah, but if. Leave Biff out of this.
Listen, hey, I need my dude to be fly. I want to make sure he fly. Let's see. Boom. Okay, you should rock this with that. Boom. I want you to stand out. I definitely want you to stand out. And a lot of women feel that way, but you have to be secure in who you are. And my thing is this. If you want that individual and they caught your eye, everybody's free to choose who they want to be with. And I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, okay, well, you can't be looking at her. What? Because I'm going to look. I'm going to look. Keep yourself right and tight, then all is well.
That's you, ma'am.
I mean, I get that part.
But when you go to the dance floor at your next event, the married dudes are sitting at the table. Or at
Poor things.
Yeah, because they're scared shitless. Please don't look at me. Yeah, I know, ma'am, but I don't.
Ding, ding, ding. Go ahead.
Don't come hug me. Hi. How you doing?
Listen, Nick can attest to what Todd said. He said the fishing boat becomes a sunbathing boat. That's what she said. I'll be on the boat.
Yeah.
But I got all this equipment.
I'll let you
equipment
do it. I'll be at the back of the boat chilling.
I got my ugly stick and I got my wrist together. I can't do none of that.
Listen, it's the truth because she want to come to Baywatch, BAE watch.
Listen.
And that's an issue though. That becomes an issue because that says I don't trust my man. I need to go. Like, are you really going to have a good time, or are you going? Not you per se, but are you going to Baywatch and see what him and his friends is doing and texting his girl like, girl, yeah, somebody else.
You know what?
Why?
You know what has never been said in the kingdom of manhood?
What?
Hey, Todd, Cornell. You know what would be a lot funner if my girl was here with us.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm the fun one.
No, you're not.
I go with mine and cuts up with the rest of them like, what up?
And that's what I want. I want a woman over there farting with me, Todd, and Cornell. I want my
I ain't doing all that. Come on, I ain't farting. Come on now.
What we do.
Listen,
now,
facts.
You here? I got to sit here like this with my legs crossed. Like, yeah. But if Todd is here, I'm like, whoa.
You know what? Facts. Facts. You know why? Here's the thing. Because if a dude be like, hey, I want to come with you and your friends, I'll be like, why? Like, you ain't got no friends? We could go to the same place. I'll meet you there. You know, if it's a different event, you know, but it's like, why? Where your friends at? Like, when you want to be with your girls, you want to be with your girls. When you want to be with your dudes, you want to be with your dudes. Y'all want to have a good time. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me read it. Comment. Nick, you're not a fun one around the homies.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, I am.
We're telling you, no, you're not.
And that's the thing, they saying it.
Tell us what we feel again.
Because let me tell you, the conversation changes. The conversation changes.
Yeah, everything changes when you're there. Because you're there, we have to act a totally different way.
Now, I will say, I was out one time, and my personality didn't go with the girls. So it's like they're bringing their girls, and okay, y'all all be together, and I'm with my boys. My personality didn't go with the girls, so he knew that my personality didn't go with I'm just not her. So I was like, oh, I'm cool. I spoke. I sat there a little bit. Then he came to make me feel a little more comfortable, I guess. And then he was like, oh, I was like, that's not my who got what name brand shoes type. Oh, where'd you get those? Like, for what we really having a conversation about? You know what I mean? So my personality doesn't go. In cases as such, yeah, I could be down there, but we were at the Cotton Bowl. That's where we were. We were at the Cotton Bowl. So I'm like, yeah, we at the Cotton Bowl. Boom, kicking it, bam, watch the game. That's my personality. But the spouses was more like the Real Housewives type spouses.
But here's what.
And guess what? I ended up, like Nick was saying, I ended up riding with them, but I was with him. So he kind of like pulled back, talked to them or whatever. And then they came and was like, well, we riding with you, with him. So I got in the back seat. His friends was, the one friend was in the front, another one was there. I was just chilling. So I get that because he knew that that wasn't my space.
Gotcha. So he had to alter what he would have done to facilitate you.
Yeah.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime we're out with you, we have to facilitate you. Me and Todd be fart contests and burping and telling lewd stories and everything. Mine's is bigger than yours. Look, man, look. You got a red. I got a little red dot on mine. You see that, Todd? We all the time we get together, we just kick it.
I'm nervous. That's us. Look, that's us.
Hey, as soon as one of y'all come around, you understand.
You trying to tell us you're doing the diddler?
That right? That's why I was like, that's us.
In my generation,
showing pimples on stuff.
Here we go. You ready? Todd and Cornell, you the guys that mostly talk on this podcast, and I know you guys. Was there ever a time when you showered with a bunch of guys and it was okay?
They ain't want y'all, did they?
Yes, we used to shower together. I've showered with a lot of my friends. I've showered with these dudes. Only today it's gay. Back then, Cornell sitting next to me with y'all turn all this stuff. Men don't. we are losing so much to feelings. I guarantee you there was a time when me, Todd, Ish, all the guys on here could have showered together.
In the gym.
But guess what? Now it's Diddy. Now it's suspect.
Okay, wait. Okay, I got a caller that texted in. We were fly and had marriages. Still fly with my husband. Okay, I stay fly with mine. Let me see. Here we have where I have conversations. Women have conversations with my husband. Maybe hug him. Doesn't make me jealous or mad. Not going to show out because you don't have to. You already got it.
Very good. But guess what? If someone new come around or smelling a certain way or do a little too much that's out of my control, I'm going to deal with that shit later on the way home. I'm going to have an issue. It's going to be a problem because of what somebody else did to me on the way home. I got explaining to do. Why is she so comfortable? Or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she was drunk.
Can I share a story real quick?
Why? But here's the thing. If she asks why she's so comfortable, be like, well, why are you so comfortable? You got to think back.
What do you mean? Why am I so comfortable?
No, as far as like, if it's a spouse and I say, I'm married to you, and I be like, well, why was she so comfortable to be around? That's a question you need to be. Okay, so why were you comfortable being around me? You are who you are. If you're a personable person, you might be Mr. Personality.
I love you. I would change and sacrifice.
Let me share this real quick.
Go ahead.
Now, generally when me and the ex would be out, females would come speak. I didn't have a problem, a lot of times they would speak to me, but there was this one female that came. We were out. I ain't gonna say the name of the boy.
Okay, go ahead.
We were out. Oh, we were at the pit. This chick came in that he used to work with, and him and his mom used to work with at Northside. And she was with another girl. So she came, and me and him were sitting down over there in that one nook across from the
come on, because look at the time.
And she came and she spoke. I didn't think nothing of it. We were out for my birthday, as a matter of fact. I didn't think anything of it. She was talking about how your mom do this and that. Oh, yeah, and by the way, yeah. Never spoke to me, never nothing, never acknowledged me. By the way, yes, this is my friend so-and-so. Yeah, this is my girl. This is... And then I was like, oh, okay. He sat back and he looked at her. And then he wasn't ignorant. He spoke to the friend, how you doing? And then he looked at me. I was just like...
Here's the problem. Did he introduce you?
Nope.
That's where the issue was at.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes, he did. After all of that, then he was like, this is my wife, Nicole. Do you know that heifer? The friend that she introduced spoke, that heifer still didn't acknowledge me.
And guess what?
But did you know her before?
How did this become his problem?
I knew of her.
Okay, but no love lost. There's no love lost. Now, what'd you say, Nate? How was it his problem?
Your husband's problem. How she was acting.
Did I say it was his problem? I never said that.
Oh, okay. Well, you're telling us a story like it's a problem.
But no, we were just speaking to, like, with the women and how women act when... So
I understood where she was going because of the comment.
You know where that doesn't happen?
At home. Shut up.
Thank you. Don't happen.
Shut up.
That don't happen at home. Thank you.
She had to go back to you. Okay, let's see. Comment. Insecure women change how men interact, even with women that we have no interest in. I lost a few dates because of females' insecurity. Well, you don't need to be with that person. That's what I say. Because that's extra stress. That's drama.
But she has the proper hip to ass ratio.
So you deal with it.
You deal with it. You deal with it.
I can't do drama. I can't. Somebody sitting there, you having an issue, I can't. Your self-esteem low, I tell people, don't come dealing with me if your self-esteem is low, because I ain't lying. I'm being flat out transparent. If your self-esteem is low, I am not the person. Keep moving. If you have high self-esteem, that's what keep it going. Keep it going. You got to be able to take care of you. Work on you. You can't go to somebody else and expect them to build you up. And I'm going to tell you something. When you get a nice looking guy or that dude, it's a self-esteem booster because you pulled him. You know what I mean? You pulled him. But if you sitting there and if he's disrespecting you, and the only reason I'm going to say that, if he's disrespecting you by deliberately all in other women's faces, just out, trying to holler at somebody or touchy-feely, that's disrespect. That's an issue. You stay at home. Matter of fact, I'm out. You go home. I'm out.
It's about boundaries.
You definitely have that. But I have had where, some people feel like, oh, okay, that person is jealous. Maybe she's not jealous. And I have, witnessed it and I've seen where it's like, oh, your girl, she jealous. I was like, I don't think she's jealous. I think she's just disappointed that a lot of women have access to you. And that's where you get upset. Like, I done fell for you and you all in everybody else's face like, come on, man, I thought you was that dude. Clearly you're not. You need attention.
Okay, well, I mean, after you didn't feel for me and then...
Oh, go ahead. Say what you gonna say. You already got that. You already put in work and you cool. But see, that's where the problem is at. People putting in work too soon. You too soon.
I can't argue. I can't argue with that at all.
And that's probably like even with what we're talking about right now, and you go with the age wars, you talk about the younger generation, they are accepting whatever just to say they have.
Well, their nutritional plan, their diet is pure garbage. Pure garbage. From the music they listen to, from the way they were raised, from their friendly parents, it's so many things that's hurting our youth. That I mean, think about this. With the economic situation, they'll never own a house. How many of them are going to own a house or be able to buy a house? They're not teaching the financial literacy anymore. It's twerk this, ratchet that. My parents are my friends, so they're not going to chastise me or tell me I'm wrong. The age difference, the music they listen to, nothing is saying, hey, I just want to love you. I'll give you the sun, the moon, the stars. I'll give you more. As my man said, all they say right now is, I'll give you this.
Well, Babyface said it. He gonna pay her rent. He gonna cook her dinner too. So come on. But let me say this. No, let me say this. Regarding like the newer generation, do I think they're going to have houses? Yes. They're twerking and buying mansions, okay? So I'm going to say yes for that because of the whole clickbait. And it's like, wait, what's happening when all that's over? The BBLs is going out of style. So the butt to hip ratio, as you say, it's like, okay, they didn't took that out and sat it on the couch. Come on. It's like I'm going to get you sucker type thing.
It's very seldom you have a good hip to butt ratio with a BBL. It's too over exaggerated. J-Lo, that's great, structured, hip to ass ratio. You got your, it's a lot of them that got that nice ratio. But that over exaggerated, Serena, that ratio was incredible. Holy crap. But I mean, these fake ones, with the lump in the middle and the hard spot.
Let me say this. My mother used to tell me this all the time, and it stuck with me. When you talk about our generation and the love music, how many women got in relationships that the dude didn't know he was in because of the love music? You didn't. Okay, so while you're saying that, you listening to Luther, you listening to Babyface and After 7, and it's like, oh, I'm in love with him, and we go together, and you ain't got a clue.
Well, hey. Listen, certain music come on, and it takes me right back to a certain woman.
That's what it does. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Right. I mean.
But you're dating the music. You dating that dude, Eric Benet. He's singing to you, and you ain't saying nothing but, yeah, we going to go to dinner, but I'm listening to Eric Benet and Luther and all that, and we go together, and we out to dinner, and I'm like, this my man. You like, hold up. All we had was dinner.
It just timestamps you. You know what I mean? Aaron Hall.
So that's what you. So let's chill. Let's go. Let's chill, guy.
That takes me to somebody. That song takes me to exactly somebody.
Okay. So is that the plan? Is that the plan? Let me woo you with all the music. Hey, Luther. Hey, guy, do my work for me. So then you ain't got to come up with the $20. You could just use somebody's hotel key that already used it. Hey, you got it. Boom. Use the other bed. So the artist actually did the work for you?
Man, yes. I still got some Panty Dropper CD cassettes. Anybody want one? I'm still selling them. I got the cassettes. I got the Panty Dropper. I got the Squirter Deluxe. I'm telling you. I got the 5-pound bucket of snot.
He is so disgusting. Dang, listen, I gotta get the bell. Hold on. Go ahead.
5-pound bucket of warm snot. That's what
That is so disgusting.
Yo, excuse me.
Listen, the views and the words that Nate the Agitator said is just him of those are those of Nate the Agitator, not us here.
This is Agitator.
Stop.
Stop.
I have to hold on. The views of Nate the Agitator are those of Nate the Agitator, not us here at Shop Talk with Mel. I have to get that out and clear without interruption so y'all don't cancel me. Look, because there's certain things that you can say and you won't be monetized. All right, making sure that's clear. Oh, yeah, they will demonetize you with the quickness of certain things. Yes, you will be oh, wait a minute. And the comments, look. And Todd. But the other thing, so we have to be careful with that. Now listen. Oh my gosh, I just cannot. We done ran over because they doing what they do. We already know today's footnote. Dream big, lovely people. Follow your dreams. They know where to go. All right? And not Nate's dreams. Not his kind of dreams, okay? Find you, embrace you, most importantly. You know what? Wait, hit that like button down there. You threw me off all the way. Hit that like button. If you guys want to go to the sneaker ball or donate to the sneaker ball, please email blessedwithabag@gmail.com or go ahead to her website at blessedwithabag.com. And that is with Angie Davenport. If you just want to just donate. I thank her for coming on today. Appreciate it. Again, hit that like button, comment. I like the comments that's over there. Appreciate you guys. I truly do. One thing I know that we can't get back is time. That's why I don't want to take too much more of your time. So I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. Like us on all socials. And here we go. Find you, embrace you. Most importantly, always love you. Until next week, people, you know what it is. 1, 2, 3. Shop Talk. See, we're in the same region. How about that? Aha! Same region, say it at the same time.
Welcome to Ohio.